Okay, Mr. Foster, you brought this case before the court. What's going on?
Well, what's happening is this. She's out and she's partying, she's having fun, she's doing all this stuff like all on social media. She's a social media influencer. I met her because I'm one of her super fans.
Oh,
yeah.
This is
and
cute.
How it happened was that since I'm a super fan, I'm kind of following her around, see what she's doing. But she actually called for me to cater to one of her areas, which is how we actually hooked up from there, because I'm the chef.
Okay.
We have one child together, and she's not really doing the things that she's supposed to do as a mother.
It all began with a double tap and a dream. A casual like on social media grew into something more, a super fan turned personal chef, swept into the glamorous world of an influencer. What started as admiration quickly became intimacy, and now, that same story has found its way into a courtroom, where the stakes are far greater than likes and comments. He stands before the judge today, not asking for much, just a little help raising the child they share. His words are steady but heavy. He accuses her of trading
supporting the child, being there for him, paying any medicator, so dealing with for the child. I practically do all that. And I brought her here today just to say, hey, you gotta step up your game. You gotta do something, help out this child, because I can't be the only supporter if you're here supposed to do something as well. I mean, I can do it, but I do need a little bit more income for that.
Okay, I'm a little bit more interested in the background. You know, how you became a super fan and you hooked up.
Well, I'm a follower.
I mean, I don't need all the details about, how the child was conceived. I'm just interested to see how that works,
He's not asking for of swapping the responsibilities of parenthood for the fast life of parties, content, and endless scrolling. But beneath the accusations lies a central question. Is she truly neglecting her child for clout? Or is there another side we haven't heard yet? The courtroom listens as he lays out his reality. He talks of Medicaid bills piling up, the emotional absence of a co-parent, and the burden of raising a child largely on his own. He says he wants...
Well, I'm the type of guy that I always post all my stuff, letting people know this is what I do, like all my catering stuff and all that. But when it comes to her, I know that she does all this stuff, and I know she's a big influencer, and she pretty much puts everything out there. She's really, when it comes to making it to a live stream, she can do that. She has that. But so that's what I did. I actually reached out to her in that way, and that's how I got more of my influence out there, so I can actually start catering and partying catering to all these parties.
Okay, all right. And so you want her to pay child support?
Yes.
All right, and you said the child is on Medicaid,
yes.
Correct? Okay.
It's his partnership in parenthood, some recognition that raising a child requires more than selfies and sponsored posts. The judge, curious about how this all began, digs into their unlikely backstory. He was a caterer building his brand. She was an influencer building her empire. Their connection grew from business into romance. But today, that origin story feels more like evidence in a case about priorities.
Speechless.
All right, is there anything else you want me to know before I move over to her?
No.
Okay. Ma'am, welcome. I'm honored. Social media influencer?
It's crazy.
Yeah, it is, but what does that have to do with you being a mom?
I'm out there trying to make money and trying to support my child. I do send him money. I'm just trying to grow my business.
How much money do you send him?
It just depends on what's going on during the week, what I have and what my income is each month.
She's finally in the hot.
And what happens when the digital world collides with real life? That he insists this isn't about money or fame. It's about accountability. Yet, when the numbers begin to surface, the story shifts. She's been sending just $200 a month toward their child's care, while reports show she earns well over $100,000 a year. The contrast is jarring. The courtroom murmurs. Even the judge.
On average, how much money are you getting from her, if any?
She only sends about maybe like $200-300.
$200 or $300? You're a social media influencer?
Well, I'm still growing my business. I mean, I'm
right.
But she parties. It's all over. It's online. It's like she's everywhere.
And you're getting paid for these appearances,
and you
right?
party too. That's how we met.
No, I was catering to your.
You were catering
to one of your parties. Yes.
Oh.
So I wasn't really partying. I was catering. I had to work it.
Right. That's what they're calling catering these days. Being a super fan. I get it.
It was one time.
One time, and you all had the baby?
Yeah, don't take that long.
Well, that's true.
The judge raises an eyebrow that he catered her events, sometimes working without proper pay. while she called it exposure. To him, it wasn't just about catering. It was about building a life, building a family. But now, as he speaks, it's clear he feels used. The exposure may have boosted her brand, but it hasn't paid for diapers, healthcare, or the future of their son.
Everything
Then it's
upside
a
down.
turn.
So he is making a good income as well.
Right, but the child is with him, so
Yes.
his income is not really
Because
concerning for me.
I travel.
Right, and you're being paid for your travel. Exactly. How much are you making, roughly?
Maybe about 100,000.
You're making about $100,000 and you send him $200 or so for the baby?
Yes.
No, ma'am. No, ma'am. I'm not about to do this with you. You're making a lot of money and your child is coming up short and you don't have a problem with that?
No, I do have a problem with that. I would like him with me.
100,000.
She takes a stand, calm but unflinching. She presents herself as a businesswoman, an influencer, and a mother, in that order. She claims she sends money when she can, and that her lifestyle allows her to offer experiences and opportunities beyond what a traditional life could provide. She says her son belongs with her,
Style
traveling.
intact.
So you want the baby to be on social media for likes and follows?
So it might
What
be
about-
something that
Like, what about school and all those other
he can
academic
do
things that he has to
homeschool
do?
when he's 3.
So
He's
where
going
is
to
he
be on
homeschooling? In
virtual
hotels and
school
stuff like
with
that?
likes and followers?
You see it all the time. Why not? I mean,
Right, but don't you believe that that's a distraction?
no, I mean, I feel like, I'm making a pretty good income, and I think that this could really help him when he's older and to save up some money.
Well, if you're making a pretty good income, you can send more.
I agree with that.
Maybe you could work harder.
No, ma'am. Maybe you can work harder to be in your child's life.
Learning
Likes.
and being part of her world. But the judge isn't swayed by promises of hotel rooms and flights. The court is concerned with stability, school, and structure. 2 days a month. That's how often she sees a child. To the judge, that isn't parenting, it's passing through. And when confronted with the numbers, the excuses begin to crumble. The ruling is harsh, but firm.
Okay, how often do you have the child?
When he allows the child to be with me when I'm not traveling.
Oh, okay, so when you're not traveling, that's how often?
Really, a couple of days a month.
Exactly, you made that up. This is what we're gonna do. We're gonna place you on child support based on that $100,000 a year, ma'am. Yeah, and don't look confused. It's the right thing to do. It is absurd that you believe it is okay to only send a couple of $100s to dad for your child, and you actually think that it's okay for your child to be toting along with you to grow your social media influence? Yeah, no, that's not what we're going to do.
She is
2 days a
ordered to
month.
contribute $1,992 every month in child support, along with covering insurance and medical expenses. The courtroom is silent as the judge announces a decision, the words landing like a sentence. Parenting, the judge reminds, is not part-time. Social media can provide income.
This child needs to be in an environment that is stable. Need to make sure that school is being attended to. How old is this child?
About 3.
3 years old. No. Kindergarten will be here before you know it. He does not need to be traveling and going to homeschool and virtual school all over the country or wherever it is that you have to appear. You'd agree with me, right?
I guess I have to.
No, you don't have to, but don't you believe that's in the best interest of the child to be somewhere stable?
Well, I think the best interest of the child would be with me, and if I'm growing a business and I can take care of them.
And you believe that because you're the mom?
Yes.
Oh, well, that's not going to happen today.
The child
But
is
it cannot replace responsibility. Her jaw tightens as she hears the figure. There are no tears, no loud objections, just a glance at the man who has been carrying the weight of raising their child alone. The judge adds one more reminder. As her career grows, so will her obligations. More gigs, more income, more support for the
So what we're going to do is base your child support off that $100,000 that you testified to, that makes your gross $8,333.33, bringing your net to $6,212.37. That makes your monthly child support obligation $1,242. Now you mentioned Medicaid.
Yes.
Medicaid is not free. He doesn't have to pay for it, but you do. So it's based on 9% of your gross, which your gross is that $8,300 that I said earlier that brings your reimbursement to Medicaid $750.
Child she
Over
brought into
1,000.
this world. The case closes, but the questions linger. She wanted her son in the spotlight, part of her brand. He wanted him in school with stability and security. The court has spoken, but the deeper reckoning lies in whether she can ever balance her ambition with her role as a mother. This wasn't just a custody hearing. It was the unraveling of a fantasy built online, exposed under the harsh
want
lights
to
of
miss.
reality.
If you can find somewhere on, private health insurance, I'm pretty sure you can find it a lot cheaper. Maybe one of your followers is a health insurance agent or something, and they can get you something cheaper, okay? So, based on that, $1,242 plus $750 brings your monthly child support obligation to $1,992. You're gonna pay that monthly to dad. Any questions?
No, I don't have any.
Why did you look at him?
Because I was just thinking he's making more money, he's doing more gigs.
That's great, and so are you. And if you make any more money doing more gigs, we can just increase your child support. Anything further?
Nope.
Is there anything further, sir?
No.
Okay, nothing further, you all are dismissed.
The influencer's image, once polished and perfect, now sits beside a number, $1,992, that reflects the cost of responsibility today as the gavel falls. The lesson is clear. Fame may buy influence, but it doesn't buy a childhood. Parenting demands more than likes, more than exposure. It demands sacrifice, commitment, and presence. And in this courtroom, justice means more than a viral moment. It means a child's future comes first.